All right, man. So you're in Texas, man, and with this trade, obviously, you've been asked plenty of times about DeGrom and Evaldi, but the big three, I consider you part of that big three. What are you seeing in the potential of that, man? Because when you have a strong staff like that going into the playoffs, that could be very dangerous.
Yeah, you get into the playoffs, you really only need three, maybe four starters if the series is going well. So with having those two guys at the top, and obviously Patrick Corbin's been doing it for a long time. Jack Leiter is obviously young, but he's got some electric stuff. Like I said, I'm just trying to get in where I fit in and just kind of help the team win and trying to just keep the momentum. If those two guys are pitching well or those four guys are pitching well, I'm just trying to pick up the slack for them.
I know the trade was so sudden and it probably caught you off guard, but initially, man, like it reminds me of when Golden State got a guy like Kevin Durant, right? Like he had played them in the conference finals, right? And he didn't win. Obviously, you played the Rangers in the World Series. You didn't win, but you would play well versus them. Then they added them, and then they became this machine. Just talk about, I guess people don't realize how crazy it could be to get traded and not really know, right?
Yeah.
Like, how's that, man? Like that life, because for me, if I'm working a 9 to 5, I don't get traded, right? But at any point in time, you can just get traded well before a deadline.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's something I've never dealt with before. Obviously, I've been to Korea, and but since I've been in the big leagues, I've been home 7 years, 7 good years in Arizona. So this is all new to me. I'm still trying to figure it out, still trying to navigate it, still trying to figure out where we're going to live and if my family's going to come out, where they're going to stay and all that type of stuff. So a lot goes into it. Meanwhile, just trying to figure out the baseball stuff and a new team and a new clubhouse. But so far, so good. The guys have been really welcoming. The coaching staff's been really good. And I'm just trying to keep going and keep doing my job.
Two more questions for me, man. So obviously you played in the NL West that had the Dodgers, the Padres, obviously the D-backs, and just it was San Francisco. You competed, it seemed like, for that division every year, and it was like tough. Now you're coming to the AL West where the same thing is happening. What experience can you bring with that to help these guys? Because I feel like that's important too, because you did have to compete against those teams.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing, and that's the good thing about getting traded. At the end of the day, it's still baseball, right? Like we still got to go out and beat whoever it is we're playing, regardless of what number or what team's on my chest. I'm just hoping to bring the experience that I have. On the D-backs, I was kind of one of the older guys on the team. I was the oldest guy on the team, and now I'm in a group where a lot of guys are around the same age as me, so which is nice. But I'm just hoping to bring my experience and tie it together with theirs.
Cool. 2-part question. I remember at the World Series, I asked you about your favorite players growing up. You gave me your pitching Mount Rushmore, but we're going to have some fun today, and this is on the spot. Me and you got to go to a laboratory. We're going to build a perfect pitcher. Okay. We got to take 4 to 5 pitches from baseball, from pitchers either today or the past. You can mix it in, like if you want to take DeGrom's like slider, like Kersh's curveball. If we had to build that pitcher, what 4 to 5 pitches would you take?
I'm going to try to stick to righties just because that's how I throw, even though Kersh's curveball is obviously elite. DeGrom slider, definitely for the slider. Maybe even his fastball. I'll say Nolan Ryan's fastball. Okay. Just obviously we're in Texas.
There you go.
I'll say either Pedro's changeup, or I'll keep mine. I got pretty good confidence in mine. What else do we need? We need curveball, righty curveball. Trying to think off the top of my head who's got a really good one. I've been watching Zach Gallen's curveball for the past 6 years. I've seen a lot of swing and miss on it, so I'll take my guy Gal's curveball, and then cutter. I got to go with Mariano the GOAT.
I'm glad you said that, guys. And last question for me, man. You mentioned a lot of the best pitchers in baseball, but one thing I love about baseball is that obviously they're expanding to get the game younger, right? Guys like you are going to be around, but they're getting these young guys coming in like Paul Skenes. You're seeing my guy in Milwaukee do his thing. You're seeing all these young pitchers. Can you talk about that and just how quickly these guys are adjusting to that?
Yeah, it's a different game than when I came up. Everybody's throwing absolute noise now. But obviously watching Skenes, seems to be, obviously it's a young career so far, but he seems to be kind of a once-in-generation talent. Skubal, I don't think he's as young as them, but doing what he's doing over there in Detroit is impressive. The guy from Milwaukee, obviously, still super young, super fresh, but his stuff is electric. I think just with the way the draft is now, with the earlier rounds or the less rounds, guys are getting to the big leagues a lot quicker, which is cool to see, right? You want to get those guys up. You want to be able to start their careers as fast as possible, so that way they don't have to wait as long to be a free agent. Hopefully they keep us old guys around for a little while longer, though.
Oh, you're definitely going to be around, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Keep doing your thing. We'll be talking again soon, brother. Thank you.